Happy Mexican Independence Day, everyone. I'm Rick Trevino, and I'm so happy that you're joining me. Today I'm going to make one of my favorite dishes, Caldo de Pollo. Now, just like my grandma Tila, my grandma Mini Trevino loved family, and she loved music, and she loved cooking. And all these, the reason I include my grandparents is that these recipes have been passed down from generation to generation. And so I want to dedicate this meal tonight to my grandma Mini. This is my grandpa Mundo Trevino, but this is for grandma Mini because she's the cook, and one of her favorite bands was Little Joe and the Latineers. So let's get the music going first. Alexa, play Little Joe and the Latineers.
Shuffling songs by Little Joe and the Latineers on Amazon Music.
So I just finished rinsing these vegetables. These are the basic ingredients. So this is the chicken for the chicken soup. These vegetables will marry with the chicken soup and create a beautiful broth. We'll add these vegetables later. But first, we're going to get the rice going. So I'm browning the rice right now, which consists of 2 cups of rice and about an 1/8 cup of vegetable oil. All right, so I'm finished browning the rice, and now I'm going to add 4 cups of water first. And now I'm going to add this can of tomato sauce. And 2 cubes of bouillon. And we're going to stir this in and bring it to a boil. So I slowly brought the rice to a boil, and now I'm just going to cover it up and put it on simmer. And I'm gonna leave it on simmer for probably 20 minutes, and then I'm gonna turn it off and let it sit until we serve the caldo. Okay, everybody, now we're gonna make we're gonna cook the chicken, and we're gonna make the broth. So first step is I'm gonna chop up these vegetables. When I finish chopping these vegetables up, I'm gonna put them in the soup pot. I'm gonna add chicken breasts and chicken thighs to the vegetables, and then I'm gonna fill this soup pot up about halfway with water. Maybe add some salt and let the chicken cook with the vegetables to create a great broth. Let's do it. Okay, so I've added the vegetables and I've added the chicken to the soup pot with the water. And I'm just gonna let this cook for probably 45 minutes or so. I'm gonna let it cook till the chicken's finished and the vegetables have wilted. And it is gonna create an awesome, awesome broth. So while that's happening, let's go ahead and chop some vegetables and peel some vegetables next. Okay, so the chicken's finished. Now I've just taken the chicken out and put it over here so I won't overcook the chicken. And as you can see, this broth is just beautiful. It's very buttery looking. So I'm gonna take these vegetables right here and I'm gonna strain them, throw them out, and I'm gonna add all these vegetables minus the cabbage. And once these carrots are tender, I'm gonna get the chicken and put it back into the soup, and we will be done. Okay, now I've taken the vegetables that were in here and they've all wilted away, and look at that. And I can actually put some of this broth back into the soup, just like that. All right, so you can keep that just to get some of the broth back in. And now I'm gonna add these vegetables to the soup. We will cook these vegetables. Oh, by the way, my hands are clean, I washed my hands. So I'm gonna put these vegetables in the soup, our squash, and our carrots, and our corn, and I will cook the corn, all these vegetables, zucchini, until the carrots are nice and soft, and then at the very end I'm gonna add the chicken and cabbage. So stay tuned, we're almost done. My grandparents and my relatives are all from Houston, Texas, around the Magnolia area near the Houston Ship Channel. And one of my fondest memories was when we'd visit when I was a kid to Houston. We'd visit my grandparents, stayed at my grandma Minnie and Grandpa Mundo's house, and myself and my cousins would always stay in the living room, which had the air conditioning. And my grandmother would cook in the kitchen that did not have any air conditioning. But as soon as I would smell the homemade tortillas being cooked in the kitchen, I would race into the kitchen and I would stand right next to the stove and wait for that first tortilla to come off the comal. Okay, the carrots and the potatoes are soft, but they're not too soft, so they're a little bit firm. And at that point, I put the chicken back in the soup, and I put all the cabbage in the soup, and this caldo de pollo is done. So it's time to have a bowl. Let's do it. All right, let's have a bowl. First things first, a little bit of Mexican rice. Yummy, yummy, yummy. At the bottom. And I always have to reach down to the bottom to get the vegetables first. Okay. Yeah. This is gonna be great. This is one of my favorite dishes to cook, especially when we're getting closer to fall and winter. Chicken. Yum. My mouth is watering. So I'll add a little bit of broth. Lovely. I like it a lot. And we're gonna throw a little bit of this on top. Some avocado. All right, let's check it out here. Now that's tasty. That is excellent. Happy Mexican Independence Day. Happy 16 de septiembre. Thank you for joining me.